What is up, everybody? Josh here again, and today we have an Icarus Week 152 update. This week we get a new Tier 3 windmill and some news about a new weapon coming next week, as well as an AMA that they're doing on Reddit. Let's get into it, shall we? Icarus Week 152 brings windmills. Icarus Week 152, new Tier 3 windmill upgrade from Mortar and Pestle, and this completes their goal of having a Tier 3 upgrade for every Tier 2 bench or machine, pretty much. And they talk about a new weapon coming next week, the flamethrower. This week's notable improvements are canteens and oxygen tanks now have meshes, so all versions are now held in hand correctly. They finally fixed the shadows in the Null Sector cave at the end of the Null Sector there. And it looks like bats no longer collide with other players or NPCs, and they have improved targeting behaviors. The only thing added this week really was the new Tier 3 windmill. It's a windmill that's supposed to help between Tier 2 and Tier 4. And is a direct upgrade from the Mortar and Pestle. And they said that this will allow for more efficient recipe processing and more suitable option as you level up. You also have to place it outside, and it does need wind for it to generate mechanical energy for processing. In Tier 3, towards the middle, you're going to see the windmill right here. You can unlock it. It requires steel, stone, and refined wood and rope for you to craft it, and at least a machining bench or better. It's right here next to the repair bench and near the water stuff and things. Right here, and as always, it's in the bottom of the bench here. And then all you have to do is place it, and you can place it anywhere outside. It actually has to be outside, and you can see there's a range around it that you actually need to make sure that it's not blocking. And if it's blocking that, it will not run. So you basically need to make sure it's outside and it's in a nice, clear, wide open area. It does require wind and does not require electricity. It's mechanical, as you can see with these little gears and stuff like that. Going up to it, you're going to have the whole entire, basically the Mortar and Pestle, and I guess a few more things. Got Steel Bloom you can do, normal things that you can do in the Mortar and Pestle. Personally, I believe this is a, I don't understand. So we're going to take a regular Mortar and Pestle, and we're going to take 100 wood, and we're going to convert that into sap and see how long that takes whenever we hit the button. So it looks like it's about 50 seconds for it to convert 100 of this wood into sap. Next thing we're going to do is go over to the Tier 3 windmill, and we're going to do this same exact thing. We're going to queue up 200 sap, and it is only going to take it about 26-25 seconds whenever it queued. And we have the Tier 4 processor here, and we're going to see how fast it takes it to do it. About 16 seconds. It is the fastest. So once you get to Tier 4, you basically will ignore all the other ones, including the Mortar and Pestle. We actually do keep the Mortar and Pestle, though, sometimes for storage. It's extremely small. You can have multiple Mortar and Pestles going at the same time, which increases your amount you can craft per minute. Same thing goes with the material processor, but I have a sneaky feeling that if you try to do multiple one of these on a map, you're probably going to lag, just because it's a large moving object. That's just my 2 cents, but oh look, there was a micro stutter. Also, just to let you know, you can build around it. You have to place it first and then build around it, but it looks like you can build around it. But if you build up any taller than what we've built here, which is basically a wall and a half wall, then it will stop and you won't be able to actually see it working anymore. Okay, so it's not actually blocking yet, so let's go up one more floor. Okay, and now you can see that it's blocking and the windmill has stopped. But as long as you build a structure around it and don't go too tall, it should work just fine. Like this in a structure, if you wanted to maybe make a house out of it or something like that, you could do so. And you can actually put ceilings on it too, through the windmill. Probably just a bug that they just didn't think of, you know? I'm going to guess, because that looks totally broken. But probably just a bug. You know, we are the bug testers. And we're looking at the storm here. We're going to let it ramp up to the red and see if it actually increases production or not. So we got the red going in, and I would say that it's officially storming out here. But, you know. So anyway, we're going to go ahead and queue up that sap again and see if it actually goes any faster. And it does not. So the storms do not affect the windmill and do not make them go faster, kind of like the other windmills do. Whenever it's storming, they produce a little bit more power, but they get damaged. But it also looks like this doesn't get damaged in storms. And this is a hard prospect, so yeah, pretty much it's not getting damaged outside or damaged in the storm. And that's pretty much the windmill. They also say that next week they're going to be having a Reddit AMA. I am no longer on Reddit, so I will not be participating on this, but they're having it on the R Survival Gaming link. There's a link right there if you want. You're more than welcome to check the description down below. We'll put a link to this, and then you can click on that and go to Reddit and do some kind of AMA next week with them. It looks like they're going to be having it next Thursday, the 7th of November at 12 p.m. NZT, and carry on through Sunday, the 9th of November at 5 p.m. NZT. And it looks like they'll post a link in the Discord next week when it starts, and put a link in next week's blog too. And basically you can ask them any kind of questions of Icarus, and they want you to ask the hard questions too. Also next week, we're going to get the flamethrower. It looks like a new weapon that they're introducing next week, which runs off of biofuel. And it's the start of a few new weapons that they plan on introducing before some new creatures. And soon you'll be able to shoot jets of flames and cause even more devastation to this peaceful planet you invaded. And that's really it. We're down to the changelog already. We've already got the changelog. We've got the windmills and all the stuff that they do there. Under the fixed section, looks like fire arrows no longer actually light underwater. Looks like they actually also added the dirt resource pack, mainly for use on prospects or in areas without access to dirt. So let's check that out. And yes, so in the workshop, you're going to see the new dirt, and you can bring down dirt. Costs 25 Ren to research and 100 to craft. So you have to have 100 Ren per 50 stack of dirt. I guess I'll unlock it, but I probably won't be using it. They also increased the weight of dirt, it looks like. To enable RTX, which I don't know. I mean, I guess if you had a 4090, you might be able to play this game in RTX. But you have to restart the game now for RTX to go ahead and kick in. And then the new content section, we'll take a look at it real quick. Looks like they added the cheese icon finally. Looks like they may be reducing the cost of platinum in the resource packs. And it looks like they're working some additional resource packs for the workshop. I don't even know what to say about this. Deep mining wood node. So basically a deep mine or a deep vein for wood. That must be a really deep tree. I didn't know you could mine trees in the ground. I guess that's their answer for, instead of respawning wood and trees and stuff like that, I guess that's their answer to wood issues. I don't know. I never had a wood issue once in my life, and I've built some ridiculous structures. So talk about them golem gauntlets again. Looks like the flamethrower will have a fuel gauge, and they're talking a ton about a rock golem. Looks like they're fixing recipes, feature levels for all great hunt-related items or weapons, and working on the legendary weapons. Looks like we're going to be able to grow rock golems, or there's going to be a juvenile rock golem, so you may even be able to make it a mount or make it a tame. Talking about the assault rifle, which is a tier 4 item. Added fully enclosed geothermal Terrence mesh. Delete assets with old file names and refresh DT entities. And I actually noticed that a lot of the items that I had before got deleted, the ones that were one of a kind. Adding frozen wood ore deposit and frozen wood. Frozen wood needs to be defrosted in campfire furnace to convert into regular wood to be used. More processing. Talking about apes, looks like we're going to add apes to Icarus. And it looks like we're going to be able to kill apes and take their skin and wear it on ours. Okay, it wasn't a typo. They are doing a deep mining wood. Now they've added a cheat for them so they can stop weather systems from running new forecasts. And we're going to be able to have an ape rug. Yep, frozen wood deposits. And that looks like it for this changelog. And that's it for this video. Don't forget, if you like what you see, to like, comment, subscribe, and all that good stuff. We'll be streaming Icarus this Friday at 9 p.m. and Once Human this Saturday at 9 p.m. So look forward to those this week. Also, we should have an Icarus video coming out sometime this weekend. And hopefully, we'll see you next time. Peace.